Ritz's stall is you jumped onto this hip, even though you were going to tell him to go to the building. So you got in his way. He wouldn't have been able to do what you wanted him to do.
So what I was trying to do, turn my body to help him turn with, I thought, would bring this leg forward and this leg back.
So all you would need to do for him to go sideways is to put this leg into his side and open all of that.
So if I open all of that,
So
and then kind of move it back.
you would sit heavier on this side of your body, put this leg on him, and then allow him to move that way.
Kind of lighten up on this side.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you don't have to like make an obvious, just sit harder on, you know. Yeah. Yeah, but and you know, your body's, well, you can't see, but your body's contorting. Okay. You just want to just sit over here a little bit. So now, like, you're sitting on the side of him, bring him to me, right? But even still, do you feel how you're bending in your obliques? So you want to just almost like lean in the direction. Yeah, because you're trying to stay on the horse, but you're, you know. So just kind of like you're playing, like, good boy. He won't bite. He was telling you that foot. He's like, that foot. Because you had it in his side before, like just demonstrating, but he wasn't told to do anything about it. So go ahead and see when, like, ask him to stay a little bit off the rail, and then ask him to push over to the rail. Okay, starting to think about it, but you're still, your upper body's leaning in the direction you're trying to make him go. Still kind of. There you go. There was like a stride where you were definitely all on the right side of him. Go ahead and ask him to walk off the rail and then try to push him back on the rail. Hey, a little bit better. Yep. Yep. Some reason your shoulders are twisting. So, like, as you're walking along here, so here's the rail, your shoulders are twisted. Like, you're trying to influence what he's doing by turning you. Like, you're like, go this way. I don't know if I can demonstrate well. I will give it a shot. So if I want to push him up, I intend. See how this leg came off, this leg went on. I intend to drive him that way. If I want to push him that way, I would intend to drive him that way. I want to get out of his way. If I sit like this, which is kind of what's going on, you're like this, I think. So you're trying to steer, but we're actually asking him to push. So you want to just get out of his way so he can go that way. Like if he's coming right at you and you want to, you want to dodge him. I don't know how to. Yeah, kind of, yeah. I don't even care if you do it exaggerated at first and then you can adjust it. Right. Like I'd rather see you be like woo-hoo-hoo, and you're really pushing him that way, and you're exaggerating your whole body, and then you can kind of figure out where your balance is, because he's not running anywhere. You good boy. Yeah, she's going to touch you with that foot. And never take the opposite rein over the mane. So you shouldn't even have to. If anything, you should be pulling on your inside rein and pushing him out. There you go. There you go. There you go. But see how your rein's over the mane? Don't cross the mane with your rein. Or hard, because if you love you too. Don't allow that to frustrate you. Only think of that as there's going to be a day where he's not going to do that because he's going to believe in my leadership so much that he doesn't need her. Everybody's gotten past this stage of him, and he's actually doing really good. Normally, I've had plenty of lessons where the whole lesson he was standing next to me. Don't cross the main. Trying to think what else would, like you're getting on a motorcycle, you know, you're about to get on a motorcycle. That's probably the best way to, you know, like you're still on the ground, like that leg's on the ground and you're about to get on a motorcycle. You want to really be on one side of him. And of course, if he doesn't fully understand, you may encourage speed only because he's feeling your leg. But since it's not being released, maybe, there you go. Do you feel like, me watching you, your shoulders are very tense and still like trying to influence him that way? So try to, I really like, think that you're trying to like swing your leg up over something, like kind of get your whole body in that position. It appeared that you responded to something there. There you go. So, I'll just give you a little bit of a challenge to see if it's really going as well as it just looked like it was. Yeah, I've had him since he was 2 months old. He's slightly attached. I had him still with his mom. No, he arrived to a farm where my friend's horse was with his mommy and another foal, a half-brother, his, from a different mare, obviously. And so the mommy came with him. And then I had him stay with his mommy till he was 10 months old. And then, unfortunately, I had to leave for 2 months for my mother. And then he was weaned at that time. And then at 11 months old, I moved him somewhere else. But believe it or not, his mom and dad are both jet black. Yeah, just not homozygous. If they were homozygous, he would be black as well. So he's got a couple of weird black patches on him. Yeah, his chestnut is, I don't know where it is in his background. I didn't do any of his genealogy or whatever it's called, but I do know both his mom. His mom's name was Emily. She was black. His name was, but I have a picture of him. He was. Okay, so let's see if you can walk him along, since we've been pushing him that way. Walk him along these cones. So you come out, you'll turn ahead of the cone, walk along these cones, and see if before you get to that cone, you've been able to push him between these two cones. I'm not going to worry. I don't know why I set up 2 cones. I'll even 3 cones. I'll even give you that much space. 3 cones because I don't want you to go the other way. If we were trying to go both ways, I would have had 3 cones. So in that distance, I need you to try to push him through those 2 cones, but push it. So you're gonna drive him basically straight.
And then try to push him.
Yeah, so like your goal is to drive him like to my horse trailer, and then you're gonna focus on pushing him to where now you can drive him to the gate. He can half pass, he can side pass, so he can do everything we're asking him to do. It's just a matter of whether or not you're gonna be clear to him. Good. Now this time try to do it with a little bit less rein. So each time we're going to try to like eliminate the rein and see if you push him over without steering him. You're definitely on the wrong side of it.
I'm on the wrong side of him.
Yep, you were all on that side of him. So your focus was, I know, I can't pet. He's like, but you usually do. Susan pointed out, well, of course he's going to keep coming to you. You pet him. So now I'm like almost being mean to him every time he comes. So you almost want to stand in this stirrup. There you go.
Okay, I think you started to indicate that.
Yep.
Contact.
Yeah, and contact's fine, because if he were to misinterpret it. Get him. Get him. I'm going to give you a little less space. So now, obviously, you're going to make getting back on the rail part of it, too. So, make sure you're not pointing. You know, that you're not just coming through here and pointing him to that cone or my jacket. Make sure you're pointing him to my trailer, and then you're asking him to cross over. Yeah, you're kind of just pointing him to my jacket, and he's walking along. So it looks like you're doing it, but...
Come on.
It's a pretty face you're making. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you feel him respond to you? Hi. He tucks his head in for a hug.
Nobody will see me. You're getting a hug?
That's what he, yeah.
Aww. Okay, for mommy to give you a hug.
The other day, I stood here like this and I refused. He kept tucking his head.
Aww.
I love you. No, that's enough though. He's like, no, I'm so all about that. Then when you squeeze, just make it a steady squeeze. He sees people moving around over there. Doesn't mean anything, but just so you know his focus where it's at. It's actually dangerous when you're riding a horse to look to see where they're spooking at. You know, In this case, it's not like, but generally speaking, like, yeah, he's watching people walk up their driveway.
Is this when it's bad to like pull them out?
No, because his focus, he's not in a spook, he's just in a concentrated look. So steer him off. Yep. Yep, you pull it right off of his body. Pull towards me. Yep. How there's people walking down the road. I thought they were going up a driveway. Now he's going to look for them. Oh, that was nice. He did a full crossover for you. He's like, but where'd those people go? There's two guys walking. I want to know where they are. See him, Ritz? I see him. It's a pretty picture. We'll have to screenshot that. Smile at the camera. We'll screenshot it. Yep. It's not even a bicycle. He usually has trouble with bicycles. There you go. He lost interest. He digested it. As soon as, did you feel him suddenly relax? His head came down, he licked and chewed, he's over it now. I mean, he may look again if he catches him one more time out of his eye, but he's over it. He decided what it is. He's afraid of bicycles. Not two people walking. Oh, there you go. Now, I saw, before you got to where you were going to do it, I saw as if you had set yourself up. So what that tells me is that you're thinking it before, which means you could end up getting it before. So you kind of want to be, what's the matter? You kind of want to be totally like in that exact moment. So, like, he actually shifted here, which was fine. It just told me when you were thinking about it. So he told me when, so he felt when you thought about it. And then because it was probably even a little early, you might have even gone all the way to here before you thought about it again. So I know it's like you're going with a plan to do something at a certain spot, but almost like keeping your focus, I'm going. Oh, now I want to go this way, and go. And see if you can, I mean, it didn't mess you up in any way, but if you pre-think it, they might do it beforehand. It's kind of just walking through there. Did you feel him do anything? Okay. I'm going to stand where I can get a view of his feet to make sure that he's responding to that instead of just walking through there. Yep. So you got the front legs. So you're... It's you. You're doing it.